I'm going to go over some of my camp must-haves to think about with your coming up packing. So the first one is actually some warm weather clothes, some sweatshirts. I know you might be thinking, oh, I'm like going to the States over summer, but in those first few weeks of camp, especially if you're up in the northern part of the United States, it can get really cold. When I worked at summer camp in Maine, I remember there were points where I had 2 sweatshirts over top of each other, so definitely bring some warm clothes. Kind of along with that, I recommend bringing a lightweight rain jacket that can pack up nice and small, because in the States, it can like flash storm out of nowhere. Like the sky is clear blue and then all of a sudden it's pouring. I didn't expect that my first year working at a camp, and so I'm a bit more prepared now, and I recommend having one you can just have around with you most days. And kind of on that, to be able to take things like that with you each day, I can bring just a lightweight backpack or little bag, because sometimes you'll leave your cabin in the morning and then not be back till the evening, and you might have had stuff down at the waterfront, stuff at horse riding, maybe something you need to get dirty. So it's good to just have something that you can put all those things into if you're moving around camp a bit in the day. Another thing is, even if you're not on the waterfront, these next 2 things are still really helpful. A one-piece swimsuit, check with your camp, but a lot of camps don't actually allow you to wear bikinis around the kids, if you're a girl obviously. And so it's good to make sure you have at least one piece. Even if you're not working on the waterfront, you might be taking your kids to the pool or the waterfront. If you're doing any crazy activities, even if you can wear a bikini, you might want to wear one piece, because flying off a tube or something, it's probably not the best idea wearing a bikini. So good to have at least one of those with you. Another thing for the waterfront is some good water shoes. At my camp, I know that we're not allowed in the waterfront without shoes on. So you want a shoe that can go in the water, and if your camp's anything like mine, the bay that the camp's attached to is like thick mud at the bottom of the water. So anything like Crocs or flip-flops would just go missing in the first day. So it's good to have something that's got like that ankle kind of tightening around it, like Tevas or Charcos, or even the just Walmart simple ones work great too. For the ropes course, if you're the kind of person that always likes to wear tank tops, probably good to bring a few t-shirts. Your camp might even give you some t-shirts, like staff shirts, when you join, just so that the harness doesn't rub against your shoulders. Your camp might still let you not wear t-shirts and have it rubbing against your skin, but it's better for comfort. And even if you're not working on the ropes course, I take my kids there even though I work on the waterfront, and I would much rather be comfortable with a t-shirt on. And the final thing that I have that you might not have thought of, because you're thinking, oh, I'm working at a camp, outdoors, need to bring lots of clothes that can get messy and dirty. That's true, but also bring a few fancy dress items, not like a ball gown, but just some nicer clothes, because at both the different camps I've worked at, once a week we have a fancy dress night for dinner. And even if your camp didn't have that at any point in the summer, it's nice just to have them for your weekend off as well. So yeah, that's a few of the things I recommend bringing just in case you haven't thought them.